Every empire believes it's different, stronger, smarter, eternal. But history whispers a darker truth. They all fall. Rome, the Ottomans, the British Empire, even modern superpowers. And what's terrifying is, they didn't collapse because of a foreign enemy. They collapsed because of one single mistake they all repeated. A mistake we're making again, right now. So the real question isn't why empires fall. It's this. How close are we to repeating their final chapter? For thousands of years, empires rose on the same foundations: powerful armies, growing populations, expanding borders, and a booming economy to feed it all. But the bigger they grew, the more fragile they became. Here's the pattern historians found. Before the fall, every empire experiences a moment of peak confidence. Leaders feel unstoppable. Citizens feel prosperous. The empire believes it can't lose. And that's when they make the fatal mistake. They begin spending more than the system can support. Not just money, resources, labor, human attention, everything. Think of an empire like a giant engine. At low speed, it runs effortlessly. At medium speed, still fine. But once you push it past its limits, it overheats, parts fail, and it collapses under its own weight. Empires do the same thing. They expand so fast, they forget the cost. They create huge bureaucracies, massive armies, infrastructure that requires constant maintenance, and millions of people who depend on the state for survival. To keep the machine running, they turn to a dangerous tool: debt. Or in ancient terms, overtaxation, currency debasement, forced labor, resource extraction. Rome diluted its silver coins. The Ottomans inflated their currency. The Ming Dynasty printed worthless paper money. Modern nations borrow trillions from the future. Different tools, same logic, same mistake. Here's the paradox. The stronger the empire becomes, the more expensive it becomes to maintain. And that's the trap. Instead of slowing down, they push harder, spending more, borrowing more, promising more, until the system snaps. Collapse never begins with a loud explosion. It begins quietly, a crack in the foundation. Rome couldn't pay its soldiers. The Ming Dynasty faced a tax boycott. The Soviet Union went bankrupt trying to keep up economically. The British Empire drowned in war debts. Then comes the moment of truth, the moment every empire fears, when the promises it made can't be delivered anymore. Food shortages, mass unemployment, rising taxes, angry citizens, corrupt elites, debt spiraling into panic. The machine grinds to a halt. And here's the chilling part. No matter the century, no matter the culture, the collapse looks almost identical. A powerful external enemy doesn't take them down. Their own internal overload does. And now, look around. The signs are familiar. Governments spending more than ever before. Debt at historic highs. Currencies losing value. Infrastructure deteriorating. Populations aging. Social trust falling. Everyone demanding more, from a system already stretched to its breaking point. History isn't repeating, it's rhyming, loudly. Are we witnessing the early warning signs of the same mistake, or the final chapters? Empires don't fall because they are conquered. They fall because they overextend and refuse to slow down. The lesson is simple, but the consequences are not. When a society spends beyond its capacity, when leaders choose expansion over stability, when citizens demand more than the system can sustain, the end becomes inevitable. The real question isn't whether history will repeat, it's whether we're willing to change course before the engine overheats. What do you think? Are we nearing the tipping point or already past it? Tell me in the comments.